maybe people don't make the amount of progress they want is because they're not actually doing the right thing. There is something out there for you where that answer would be the same for me, most likely. There is something out there for you where if I said, how much time, energy, effort, and focus are you willing to put in? You might say all of it. Whatever, however much it takes.
Now, if you don't really want the result, and you really don't want to put that much effort in, it's very important to just be honest with yourself.
Next Level Nation, welcome back to another episode of Next Level University, where we help you level up your life, your love, your health, and your wealth. We hope you enjoyed our latest episode number 1469. Who is going to celebrate you if you don't celebrate yourself? Nice little flow to it. Today, for episode number 1470, 2 questions that will save you a lot of time. I remember, Alan, I was probably 22, 23, 24 years old, and I started this little side hustle. And what I was going to do is I was going to buy these cell phone cases from Alibaba, which it's an Amazon kind of, but not Amazon, like an overseas Amazon.
It's kind of like, it's a place that manufactures things for other people.
Okay.
It's kind of like crowdsourced manufacturing for payment.
So I was going to buy like 1,000 cell phone cases for X amount of, let's just say they were 50 cents each. So I was going to spend $500 on these, and I was going to flip them for like $4 a pop, $5 a pop. And I was like, this is going to be awesome. I'm going to be wealthy. I will be a wealthy man if I do this. But I
crunch the numbers on that.
No, I didn't know that. In my mind, it was like, how could you not? This is foolproof. But I never followed through. I had the plan and everything, and I was like, I don't really want to do this anymore. I had several of those things. My buddy and I, we were going to do roof cleaning in the wintertime. We had that plan. We were going to do something like that. And then at one point, we were talking about doing like solar installation. This was long before solar was big. So we were onto something. But we never did it. We never did any of those things. And I'm convinced this is the reason why. One of the questions, or these are the 2 questions that I ask new clients that help them hopefully save a lot of time. Number 1, how much time, energy, effort, and focus are you willing to put into your podcast? That's question number 1. And then I always make a little bit of a joke when I say the second one. I say, this is going to sound a little bit weird and potentially dirty. Just hear me out. What are the things that you're willing to do? And what are the things that you're absolutely not willing to do to grow your show? The reason I connected that first story is because I wasn't willing to put that much time, energy, focus, or intention into growing my little cell phone side hustle. I just wasn't willing to do it.
Jeff's cell phone
services conglomerate is what I was going to go with. Imagine if I quit my job to do that versus quitting my job to do the podcast. Where if you asked me in the beginning, what are you willing to do? Whatever it takes within alignment that I believe is morally and ethically aligned for me, right? I'm not going to pay to get in Forbes or any of that stuff. How much time, energy, effort, and focus are you willing to put in? All of it, however much it takes. One of the reasons that maybe people don't make the amount of progress they want is because they're not actually doing the right thing. There is something out there for you where that answer would be the same for me, most likely. There is something out there for you where if I said, how much time, energy, effort, and focus are you willing to put in? You might say all of it, whatever, however much it takes. And if I said, what are you willing to do and what are you not willing to do? And you said, I'm willing to do anything within alignment. Maybe it's just not the thing that you started. The reason I think this can save you a lot of time is because I've been doing this with podcasters who will literally say, no, honestly, I don't really want to grow it that much. I just want to add value. I'm not worried about the listens. Oh, okay. If I convinced you to put all of your time, energy, and effort into this, you wouldn't be happy. You would not be interested in this. You'd probably leave me because that's not why you're doing this in the first place. I think this is a super powerful set of questions. And my very early preemptive, well, it's not really because we only have 10 minutes to do this episode, so we have another 5 minutes. I think that's a really powerful question because maybe it's not the amount of effort that's stopping you from accomplishing a result. Maybe you're not willing to put in the amount of effort because of what you're doing. Because not all things are the same. I'm not going to put the same amount of effort into doing my laundry as I am doing a podcast episode. I'm just putting through doing my laundry. Let me just get this done. It's just not the same for me. Most things I'm not going to be as focused on. But when it comes to podcasting, that's the thing that you and I decided all the time, all the energy, all the effort, all the focus, we're going to do whatever it takes within alignment. That's probably why we are where we are today. And I don't have Jeff's cell phone case conglomerate.
Well said, brother.
Thank you so much. Yeah, appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Next Level University and Kevin is exactly where you need to be if you're a podcaster. When I first started out just a few months ago, I had no clue on the direction I was going. I was getting hustled by another company that was giving me not even close to the value that Kevin and Next Level U was giving me. They literally changed the trajectory of my podcast, have helped me out tremendously. They understand the clients. I promise you, you will not go wrong with dealing with Kevin and Next Level U. I'll see you there.
You had a lot more side hustle ideas than I thought.
I was in the shower and it popped into my head. And I was like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that.
You also had BEFD.
Better every effing day. Yeah, there was a little website. We're going to do some merch. I've wanted to change the mindsets of humans for a long time, and or the cell phone cases that they have on their phone.
With little inspirational quotes on the cell phone cases.
No, it was going to be whatever the cheapest one I could get was. Yeah, no, that was honest.
I thought of a client.
You have 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Add value.
I thought of a client who came to me. We actually met him in Toronto, and he got on a free call with me, and then I sent him a follow-up email. Hey, if you want to coach, here's the deal. I think almost a year later, 6-7 months later, he reached out via email. Hey, is this offer still available? I said, yeah, let's rock and roll. Start cranking. For like probably a year, we were rock and rolling, tracking habits, success, killing it. He started podcasts, all this stuff. He got into a relationship that he now has told me was misaligned. And I kind of knew it when we were coaching, but I also don't tell anyone what to do. You make your own choices. I honor your choices, even though I do think she is dimming your light. And he went off, and he's like, listen, I can't coach anymore. I said, okay, no worries. He went off, did his thing. They ended up breaking up. He comes back to the coaching, and this time he says, this time I'm all in. I'm never messing this up again. And I was like, awesome. Because when someone comes back with that mentality, now I know I can push this person so much, and they're going to grow so much, and they're going to crush it. This person has been tracking at least 17 habits for the past year and a half, maybe year, since they came back. And I just had that permission to really push him yesterday we were on our session, hour-long session. He's cooked. He's like, dude, I'm burning out. I'm burning down. I'm struggle bus. I'm blah, blah, blah. I said, honestly, man, based on what you've told me you want to achieve, this is what it takes. If you want to pivot, let me know. But this is what it takes. I said, dude, trust me, same deal. Kevin and I are grinding too. Okay? And this person looks up to you and I a lot because we grind. Now, if you don't really want the result and you really don't want to put that much effort in, it's very important to just be honest with yourself.
Yes.
Because I have a fitness goal that I am looking at that is genuinely alarming what it's going to take for me to get there. And I've been contemplating, am I actually going to be able to put that level of dedication into fitness when what I really care about most is Next Level University and these listeners and these clients and our business and our team? Am I really going to be able to get to that level? And that's something you have to consistently check in with. You're only going to get level 10 results if you have level 10 commitment. And if you don't have level 10 commitment, just own that. That's okay. I don't have level 10 commitment to make sure our house is perfectly clean. I don't have level 10 commitment to make sure that the laundry is done properly. Very, very grateful that we have a housekeeper who does. Her standards are amazing. We're very grateful for that. But the point is before we had a housekeeper, I putted through my laundry too. It's not a big focus. I don't care. And so as I got older and older and older in life, I know I only have a minute. As I got older and older and older in life, I realized that you only have so much time and effort. When I was young, I was so optimistic. I was so naive to this idea that I can achieve it all. I can do it all. I can blah, blah, blah. And I know that that won't resonate with everyone. If you struggle with self-belief, it probably won't. I was really optimistic, and I had to learn and become wiser and realize that, listen, I'm only going to be able to have level 10 results in a couple areas of life, health, wealth, and love. And I'm going to have to really dedicate a lot of time and effort into that, this podcast being one of those things in terms of wealth, impact, that kind of stuff. But I do think you and I have gotten way more honest with ourselves, and I think that's what we're encouraging our listeners to do.
Aligned effort is the most powerful effort. That's my thought. It's almost like if you're going with the flow, if you're going with the current, if you're going with the wind, you get more out of it. That means you're aligned. So if you're not aligned in what you're doing, it's going to be very hard to find that success. If you are aligned in what you're doing, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it might be a little bit easier. Okay, we have to go. It's weird. Just cutting it like that is very strange. I don't know what tomorrow's episode is because I haven't chosen it. We promise we're going to get back on track. It's been a heck of a week. Audio stuff. Hopefully the audio sounds better. We figured out some settings, so we're always trying to improve, and I promise next week we'll have the episodes and everything will be better. As always, we love you. We appreciate you. Grateful for each and every one of you. And at NLU, we do not have fans. We have family. We'll talk to you all tomorrow.
Keep aligning your effort. Next Level Nation.